భీమవరం SRKR ఇంజనీరింగ్ కళాశాల ఐటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో టెక్ ఫ్లీట్ పేరిట జరిగిన హ్యాకథాన్ పోటీలలో అమరావతి విట్ విశ్వవిద్యాలయానికి చెందిన కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ విద్యార్థులు ప్రథమ స్థానంలో నిలిచి 12,000 రూపాయల నగదు బహుమతిని అందుకున్నారు. ఐటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న జాతీయ స్థాయి సింపోజియంను పురస్కరించుకుని 24 గంటల యాక్షన్ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించారు. ఈ పోటీలో ద్వితీయ స్థానం తాడపల్లిగూడెం మాసవి ఇంజనీరింగ్ కళాశాలకు, మూడవ స్థానం SRKR ఇంజనీరింగ్ కళాశాల విద్యార్థులకు దక్కిందన్నారు. ఐటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హెడ్ డాక్టర్ పి రవికిరణ్ వర్మ అధ్యక్షతన జరిగిన ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో చెన్నైకి చెందిన డిప్యూటీ కంట్రోల్ ఆఫ్ పేటెంట్ అండ్ డిజైన్స్ రామ్ జవహర్ ముఖ్య అతిథిగా హాజరయ్యారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో కళాశాల డైరెక్టర్ డాక్టర్ జగపతిరాజు, కెనరా బ్యాంక్ అసిస్టెంట్ మేనేజర్ తోట రవిచంద్ర, కేసీ ఓవర్సీస్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కు చెందిన కె నాగ ఆదిత్య వర్మ, ఐటీ ప్రొఫెసర్ డాక్టర్ ఐ హేమలత, డాక్టర్లు పాల్గొన్నారు.
2003. That time I used to meet many of the inventors, many of the applicants. Most of the inventors I met are foreign applicants. Majority of the applicants I met are Japanese applicants, European applicants, Americans, Chinese applicants. Very few people, only 20% of people I met are Indian applicants. That's 20 years before. So initially I thought that why this scenario? So after some years, and now recently, the 4 years back, percentage of Indian applicants are 55% and other applicants are only 45%. This change has happened very, very slowly. So what is the importance of invention? One country's growth, country's economic growth, country's GDP, everything depends in your hands. If you are doing some beautiful inventions, automatically our economy will grow, our GDP will grow. That is the reason why the government of India is spending so much of money on new inventions. Please concentrate on these things. For example, there are some countries which have the resources, very good resources. Whether these countries are rich, and the countries, those who have good technology will grow. For example, you take the countries like Japan, they don't have any resource. The entire country does not have any resource. Only wealth of Japan is technology. But countries like Australia, they have very good resources. For example, Australia has more number of bauxite resources, but they don't have technology. They export their bauxite to Japan, they make it as aluminium, they send it back to Australia and making huge profit. This is something like you have more resources, put the money in the fixed deposit. That we can grow or not, that we don't know. How to utilize your money? What are the technologies available? So you have to think like that. So the recent scenario, we are under the regime of WTO.
To be perfect. If you go for a movie, then it is possible for us to speak or whatever we can do. But this is the meeting, and as well as in your classroom also, you should maintain your silence. You should listen actually, then only whatever you are giving here, that information you will receive. So keeping that in you, say if you go for a movie, then you enjoy. If you go for a classroom, try to listen. And if you are having any doubts, you can ask your concerned teacher. That is the duty of the student. So the same thing in NEP also the same thing they are indicating. So whatever the things you are necessary, that we have to teach. So keeping that in view only, we are conducting so many hackathons. So initially the technology center has started that. Now the IT department is also very recently, I think it is going on, and the prize distribution will also be there. And last year also in Cisco hackathon, your seniors got, I think they may be in final years, they got all in the first rank.
Normally writing a program in a lab, you may take many hours for a small program. But when you are put in a pressure situation in a competitive atmosphere, just few hours you are going to develop an excellent application. You just see how it transforms a normal student who is doing just small coding in the lab to application developer overnight. That's really miracle. You can see the applications that people do in the in such programs.
I'm a banker basically. What do I do? It's a traditional banking, accepting deposits and funding to the needy people. Needy people means poor all day, right from the farmer to the corporate and all the entrepreneurs. Where from these entrepreneurs comes from? They all come from the colleges like this, campus like this, and from the ideas small ideas, but powerful in nature, and technological innovations, what you do from hackathons. Today, just Ravivarma garu akkada kuchinappudu chepparu hackathon gurinchi. Really, I was surprised that within 24 hours, any person can develop an application. It's wonderful talent. They are encouraging and